You keep us pinned down, baby, pinned down with a magnet, baby, pinned down, down, down. Hey there, and welcome to the Music Appreciation Club Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise. I am Sheep Launcher. I'm joined by Escorian. We have Scythe Marshall and Xenocat running a music appreciation seed tonight, where technically you don't need to visit the Cave Magnus, but the metallic weapons and armor is going to be subject to the Dark Elf's big magnet all around the world until you do. Escorian, what are you looking forward to tonight?
I'm honestly looking forward to seeing people suffer through the magnet. Like, it's gonna be brutal if you end up with mostly metallic weapon users.
Yeah, you can get away with using non-metallic armor, cloth things, and non-metallic weapons on just about everybody. And our runners will start with an Edward who can equip bows and arrows. But, you know, early on, Edward's best use is a dancing dagger, which is metallic.
Not to mention, you know, Edward's 60 HP, I want to say.
Yeah. That's always fun to have a starting Edward, and you know, in Scythe Marshall's club, music appreciation, you're always going to start with an Edward. I want to thank our tracker Enja Dave and our restreamer Scala Kitty for putting on the show here tonight. For these particular flags tonight, our runners have to complete 4 of 6 objectives. An interesting set of objectives here, Asko.
Wyvern? Oh.
Yeah, Witchburn is on. Also have to defeat Baigen and the Kaipo guards, the officer-soldier fight, wherever they are.
Nice long objective there with the Burn Village. Gotta think, do I do the Burn Village, or do I hope for something better?
Yeah, and like we said, a bigger magnet is on, and that means until you actually defeat the Dark Elf in the cave, all of your metallic weapons users are going to be pinned down. Edward, joined by Iridia, 90 HP, and a Dream. This is going to be fun. We're glad to have you with us.
That ninja katana start as well, too.
Yeah, certainly no help to this crew. And no free characters, so this is going. T Wildish is on. I would expect a lot of looting.
Yeah, Frank. All right. Go on.
I want to remind everybody that we do have a surprise at the end. So it looks like we're going to have a slow start of a seed, which means, you know, maybe we can have a nice long seed for everybody, but make sure to stick around until the end. We have a surprise, and those of you who have been running the ladder might be especially interested in that surprise.
Looks like we got instantly going in separate directions. Xenocat looting the waterfall with Scythe Marshall going through Baron.
Yes, I did notice a Tella in Baron Inn. Cabins and life potions for sale in the Baron shop. Xenocat looting out that Watery Pass. Watery Pass, not strictly essential for anything, so it's weighted a little higher in T Wildish. Did see a Gaia shirt. Oh, and a Leviathan as well.
Oh, that's pretty big with Iridia start.
Very much so. And Xenocat stopping in the weapons shop in the Desert Oasis. Did see a dwarf axe.
Looks like there was also a strength ring in the Watery Pass as well. Unfortunately, as our tracker's pointing out, the ring's metallic, so it's not too useful right now.
Yeah, I mean, how do you get strength in a strength ring? You got to infuse some metal into it. Xenocat did did notice it must be raining and pouring in Kaipo because an old man is snoring in the bed. That's a Fusoya that is just a sand ruby away.
Ooh. Two useful characters with the metallic on, though. Tella and Fusoya. Definitely wouldn't be upset seeing either of them.
No, although you do have to get through 2 bosses in Baron Inn, and I believe a Sparkle was the first boss in Baron Inn, so not something I don't think our runners are equipped to handle right now.
You gotta be... I think as Scythe Marshal just found Valvalis in the waterfall, I would be super relieved to see that.
Very much so. Valvalis could be an absolute beast of a boss in the wrong spot. So it's nice to have her out of the way. Now, Scythe is heading down to the Antlion Cave, and Esco, I have a question for you. Why do you think the Dark Elf hates metal music so much?
I'm not sure why.
You know, the Dark Elf just wants to pin down everybody who has even a hint of metal on it. I'm starting to think, like, maybe Dark Elf dated one of the members of Metallica and then never got over it. That must be why.
Oh, a Sparkle in Antlion. And it's Wyvern. Ooh, that's scary.
It is required. And Witchburn is on, will lead the characters down for the count, and it will be a race to try and get enough damage off. Xenocat did take a look at the random summon on Mount Hobbs, just a cockatrice. Not very useful.
And Dead Edward.
Yes, and Scythe trying to do both down to eliminate the count, and just not enough damage to win that race. Once Wyvern starts bouncing nukes off itself, it's only a matter of time and Scythe Marshal takes the reset.
Well, but it does look like Scythe Marshal is going to go back. Or it could just be Luden.
Did only pick up a Siren, which is nice to have. A Whistle is lots of money.
Oh, we got a Porum on Mount Hobbs.
Yeah, Xenocat facing down another Sparkle, and it's D's Lunars.
Sure, this would be worth fighting.
Xenocat did pick up some Tier 2s. I believe there were a bunch of Tier 2s in one of the starting item packs, so we'll use those to try and whittle down their HP.
Now, I believe this doesn't trigger their script. So they are down for Xenocat.
Yeah, well done.
Scythe Marshal taking another reset, though.
Yeah, that you want to think that it doesn't matter who you have, that early on you can take on who's ever in the Antlion Cave. And with this party against that enemy, it's not easy to do.
Not sure what... Scythe Marshal just equipped the Assassin Dagger onto Rydia. Maybe...
Talent.
Yeah. Maybe trying to just manipulate agility? But that is going to leave only a 10 count on Edward.
Xenocat, meanwhile, it did learn Leviathan, and I believe he got... I believe Xenocat's character got enough HP, or MP, I should say, to cast Leviathan in that next fight, and that will really help.
Plus, did Porum start with a bow equipped?
I'll see Neki is on, so Porum can come with a low-level bow and arrow, so it looks like Xenocat does have her Porum all set up to go.
Oh!
Side Marshal gets through.
The Reflected Doom, or Count, rather.
And there's the Twin Heart.
Nice!
And we could have music relatively early on.
Still need to get a party to be able to get through that, though.
Unlike many of the music appreciation seeds, music not technically required. It is not an objective. Only 4 out of 6 objectives are required to get that crystal. However, until you go through Cave Magnus, that bigger magnet is going to be on and is going to be menacing your party.
Xenocat through the Wyvern fight much faster due to the Leviathan summon.
Yeah, it's amazing how many problems can be solved just by throwing a whole lot of water at something.
Just gotta have a beach day.
Scythe Marshal gets his Cockatrice.
Now, I would say Cockatrice can be useful in some situations, since Scythe Marshal doesn't have Leviathan, can use Cockatrice to take out, like, the Dark Imps and stuff.
Yeah, so Cockatrice turns... It's basically the summon equivalent of Stone, right?
Yes.
And so any boss that is susceptible to Stone, like a boss that has the boss bit that does not have the boss bit, including the officer, that is a requirement. So maybe if the officer shows up relatively shortly, we could see Cockatrice strats. Let's hope so. Scythe taking a look at Porum, and Porum's going to be the invisible girl there. Scythe not interested.
Could come back to bite Scythe, because Porum will be missing out on XP if he decides to go back and pick him up.
Xenocat, meanwhile, taking on a Plague in the first spot in Baron. And question in chat, in order to disable the big magnet, you just have to trigger the cutscene in Cave Magnus. That is correct. But you can't leave Cave Magnus until after you defeat the Dark Elf spot. So you get to face the Dark Elf spot with metallic weapons. But you have to leave the cave before the magnet turns off for the rest of the world.
So we're on to Ashura in Baron Inn.
And Xenocat did pick up a glass hat in Baron Inn, which really has its uses, especially against this Ashura who can hit like a truck. The glass hat will provide, if Xenocat could put that hat on, it would provide a ton of physical defense.
Xenocat also has mute arrows, so should make quick work of Ashura, and whoa, down goes Eddie.
Scythe, meanwhile, picked up a Curse String in the left tower in Fabul. A nice pickup.
Very nice, but I believe Scythe is leaving Rydia down, so not as useful.
Scythe will defend Fabul.
And we get an octopus.
Yeah. Well, 8 is enough. The sushi invasion of Fabul is continuing apace.
Okay, it does look like Scythe decided to keep Rydia around. That's honestly, I think, the better play. Now, is this 5 characters or was it limited? I can't remember.
There are 5 characters possible, although it's not guaranteed that all of the characters are going to show up. C maybe is on. And this Ashura is hitting for big numbers on Xenocat's side. But with 3 characters, Xenocat only needs to keep her characters up. You know, the characters are going to be one-shotted anyway, so that forum with Life 1 getting a workout.
Did Xenocat equip the glass hat?
I do not believe she did.
Okay.
But that Ashura is down.
Time for the old man to start his babysitting gig. Ooh, and that's the hook.
Ooh, it's a hook route is certainly possible.
I'm always looking forward to one.
It's a very squishy party so far for a hook route.
Oh yeah, we got, let's see, 4, yeah, I'd say those are the 4 weakest characters in game.
Because the hook brings you back. I'm not telling you no lie, Esco. I'm not doing it.
Look. I can't. Oh.
So luckily for the runners on this bigger magnet, if Harp were to be faded, this is the party to do it with. Not much in the way of metallic weaponry would help these characters a lot. You'd love to see a black mage, or another black mage of Palom to kind of beef up the reflex strats, but if you were of the mind to take the Harumph route and not do Harp at all, this would be the kind of party that would not be phased by that big magnet.
Also, this is not a good party to do music with, considering it's magic, and more magic.
Yeah, the magic defense in Cave Magnus is super high, and Side Marshal gets the hook from defending, the spoon from defending Fabul. The spoon flag is on. We have a murder bard.
Is the spoon metallic, though?
Well, that's the question. Most spoons are. I don't think the King of Fabul would hand us a plastic spoon. So, Scythe Marshal, I think, would have his sights set on completing the Twin Harp sooner rather than later.
Looks like we are going to have both uses for that spoon available as well.
Yeah, that's an edge in the vanilla spot. And remember, we did start out with a ninja sword, so edge is useful right away.
Well, wait, actually, I don't know. Are the katanas? I believe the katanas are magnetic.
They are. They are certainly. Hanzo steel is certainly metal. So, you know, all that theorizing I was doing about having a good party to fade Twin Harp, yeah, forget that.
Yeah. Xenocat agreeing with you there. Oh, a boomerang. Oh, nope, we're going with the katanas.
Yeah, the boomerang was just to get the back row glitch on, which back row glitch flag is enabled.
Oh yeah, I guess Edge would be instantly available to because you don't have to beat the boss before the magnet goes away.
That's right. Just confronting that Dark Elf and making Eddie play the song will cut through the evil curse that has been laid upon the land.
Xenocat. Well, go.
It's music time.
Also, Xenocat, they're equipping some silver rings to skip this first cutscene. Very smart play.
Yeah, very heads up. Tell us why, Esco. What's going on there?
Silver rings are magnetic, and if your whole party is under the magnetic effect, it's, well, basically game over. Now,
Fight over. You're instantly perished.
Yes, and luckily, it's not actually a game over for the first cutscene because you're supposed to die there.
Have you ever, in the vanilla game, gone to Cave Magnus before you were supposed to?
Nope.
It's funny because Dark Elf is still there. He just punches for quad 9s faster than you can react. It's an it's an instant game over.
That seems amazing.
But as you can see, Xenocat not wasting any time, and that means our bard is going to play us the music. This is the reason you came here. Take it away, Eddie. A song to kick off our Music Appreciation Club.
Now, did you catch the name of that song? I know it was from Lunar Star, so Silver Star Story.
I did not. Xenocat went through it just a bit too quick for me, but wow, that that was Shredward really giving his fingers a workout. Very nice.
Yes.
Xenocat most likely did the sequencing for that, I would guess. Xenocat, an immensely talented harp song mapper and writer.
We're getting our first looks here in the shops in Troya. Ooh, rune rings.
Very nice, especially for this party. We'll keep all those magic users
not picking any up.
But did take the opportunity to sell some stuff he didn't need.
And also, now we are free of the magnet, so once Xenocat does Fabul, they are going to be just flying through this seed with Spoonward.
Well, Scythe took one wipe at Baron Inn, made it through Plague this time, now fighting this Ashura. Again, Ashura very punchy at this spot, a little bit slow though, so Scythe will try and get through with enough life potions and keep this gray face on lock.
Unfortunately, not having that Porum does seem to be causing some problems.
And Xenocat's going to discover who is in the Mist Cave. You remember who that's in the Mist Cave?
I don't think we got a look.
Come on in, come to the place where fun never ends. Come on in, it's in the Mist Cave with Mylon and friends. Mylon and friends. Xenocat does not want to party. Probably did not bring lots of lasagna from Mylon and friends, so going to go to Castle Eblin.
Now, looks like we are going to be looting Castle Eblin.
And Xenocat has both the hook and the rat tail, has not made that check yet. But our runners did get the trap chest kit to start off with, so Xenocat with a full panoply of party members going to be confident in taking on these trap chests. And
Scythe is through.
Yeah, it's through that Ashura.
Ooh, that's a Murasame.
That is some nice Hanzo steel.
Some charm arrows and a life rod as well for Tella or Porum.
And a ribbon. This Eblin Castle on T Wildish has got the goods.
Looks like Xenocat is going to be taking this fight as well.
Scythe picks up his hook, and he's heading to Troya. Nope, he's gonna pick up that hovercraft first.
Looks like Scythe is gonna go pick up their edge.
Yes, he'll be really happy to see that edge, and I anticipate we'll get a reprise of music sooner rather than later after that edge comes on board.
Now, Sheep, it seems like Xenocat's trying to revive the Mad Ogres. Any reason why?
He wants to see them again. You know, sometimes friends are gone too soon, and we just would like a little bit extra time with them. No, Xenocat doing the life glitch, which the life glitch is on in this particular flag, and that is a way to get extra experience from an encounter. The life potion basically revives the enemy, and then because all enemies' vitality stats are 0, and because of the way the code works, they instantly die again. So basically you get double the EXP if you throw a life potion onto a dead enemy. And And Xenocat also flustering the enemy. Why would we want to do that, Esco?
I'm not fully sure, but Cry, I believe, reduces the magic resistance.
It reduces the resistance to stealing, and definitely Xenocat wants the wine that the Mad Ogres have on them. So the Cry actually makes it more likely that Edge can sneak whatever the enemies are holding.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a Cal.
A dart.
Yes, that is a dart. It's pretty much guaranteed now that Cecil is not going to appear in this scene.
Honestly, I would, if I was running, I would honestly go with the party we have. I think this is a very well-balanced party, and I think it's pretty safe.
Yeah, that party, and for Xenocat, it's Rydia, Horum, Edward, Tella, Edge. That's a party you can take to Z. Very much so.
And
nice.
The old man gets to take a nap along the way.
Exactly. Some hybrid strats, and that might be a time where if a Darkness Crystal shows up anytime soon, the D-Machine or a Giant Grind would be in play.
Now this is some time for Scythe Marshall to catch up with Xenocat. Scythe is going to go into the Magnet Cave, but that fight is going to be a lot smoother for Scythe with that spoon. And getting a Grimoire for that rat tail.
Oh boy, well, I guess that's the final joke that the Dark Elf played on us. that rat tail. Only giving a Grimoire. It could even be a Leviathan.
Oh, we're going up Mount Ordeals, it looks like, to power up our Tella.
Yeah, Tella does not have his full complement of spells. Xenocat, most likely with one eye on the future, wants that Tella to be fully equipped with Weak if there is a grind in our future.
That's a strategy we don't see often used. Healing up using Cure and then pop it into the Chocobo Forest for the MP refill.
Well, while and it looks like the Raiders from Rybon have arrived at the very best part, just in time to catch a reprise of music. We are in the Music Appreciation Club. It is why you're here. Please enjoy Shredward doing his thing. Well, that nasty music helped Side Marshal vanquish the bigger magnet, get that rat tail. Meanwhile, Xenocat, heading up ordeals, found a turtle in the back attack spot and a French vanilla DKC on the front attack spot. No problem with Leviathan. Xenocat gets the Baron key. And an interesting decision. Xenocat might be thinking that the hook route might be attainable, but maybe would rather take on Baron, the first spot in Baron Castle, occupied by the Dark Elf.
Now, would you personally go for Baron first, or would you attempt the hook route?
Would personally attempt Baron because I'm personally a big coward. So I would, I always try and take care of all overworld quests that I can. But Xenocat is more daring than I would venture to say.
Xenocat also has not done Fabul yet, so there is a chance that they could go do that as well.
And while our runners will venture down to their next steps, and actually they're going to high five on our deals, it looks like. Do want to thank our restreamer Scala Kitty, our intrepid tracker Enja Dave, and thanks Ascorian for providing the knowledge and the great commentary on Music Appreciation Club, the best night of the week.
And thank you as well, Sheep.
And Xenocat going to head over to Baron.
Smart play, but I'm personally not a fan of fading Fabul for situations such as these. You can see Scythe Marshal gaining that ground due to the spoon.
Yeah, that spoon.
Yeah, I'm not running because, well, I would be looting everything because... yeah.
Samurai armor, and Xenocat will fight the inventory boss in order to get that. Ditching that whistle. That's 20,000 GP there, Xeno.
Really?
Whistles sell for a ton.
Ah.
Side Marshal will get a speech from DKC. You remember the that one song where the graduation speech was put to music? It was like, "Don't wear sunscreen," or "Do wear sunscreen."
Can't say I do.
Well, that's what DKC is doing. He's just giving a motivational speech, and we should put a violin sting under it. Justice, not the only right in this world. Someday you'll see. Well, Dark Elf also has something to say. His magnet, he wasn't there to defend it, and so all this metal going on around him, he's not happy about it at all.
Hey, Dark Elf's just trying to change the world.
Well, Dark Elf realizing if you want to change the world, first you have to change yourself, and changes himself into a noodle.
Then we got Scythe Marshal through Kainazo.
Yeah, that wave slowly crumbling, and Scythe Marshal going to throw the turtle off the mountain, which is I think that's a misdemeanor in some states.
Gotta wave goodbye.
Xenocat finding a dwarf axe.
Very nice pickup there if we ever come across a cane.
Or a Sid.
Well, we got bows though, so...
And that's a bonus round. That's a demist on the throne.
great find because no free key items are on, so this gives us access to another key item.
You say I turn to mist when I want to. Because I missed you. Yeah, yeah. Missed you.
Well, I don't think Xenocat's gonna miss this dragon.
Cast the slow on D-Mist just in time to see it turn into mist. But Xenocat has enough firepower. I think this will be the last mist phase.
Chat seems to love your song references.
Chad is pinpointing precisely how old I happen to be. So enjoy. And that Sylph, that Sylph is a strange instrument all by itself. Wee 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 wee. But Xenocat is through, and they will pick up their item from the bear trash can.
Now, what would you be looking to see in this?
I think Xenocat looking for one item in particular, and that's a darkness crystal. Oh, Xenocat gonna take Rosa over Tella. Interesting. I like it.
Xenocat never found that curse ring, right?
So I've only seen one curse ring. Thanks to the Mega Sister for helping us out there. I've only seen one curse ring, and it was in the left tower of Fabul, which Xenocat has not visited. So I'm not aware if Xenocat does have a curse ring in her inventory.
Oh, we get the pink tail, though.
And that is a requirement. Now, there are no adamants, I believe, so it will be another high-tier item.
Xenocat is going to go peek the barren basement, though.
Definitely worth a check while you're in the neighborhood. There are a few bosses that are doable by this party right now.
Hey, maybe we'll see Dark Imps here and get to see the Cockatree summon at ease.
I want to see Cockatree strats.
Oh, that is not what you want to see.
Oh, Xenocat finds that Golbez has made the barren basement into his own comedy club.
Meanwhile, Scythe Marshal taking on the Baron Castle as well.
Gain very quickly. Just as a reminder, there are 6 potential objectives to do. You have to complete 4 of them to get the crystal.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I actually think Scythe Marshal's about to take the lead over Xenocat.
Scythe is a couple of checks behind on Baron. But
does have the Fabul check ahead.
Yeah, and that spoon is really doing work.
Well, that was nice of them to leave the back row alive and just take out the front row. Ooh, 3,100 damage from that virus.
Yeah, but does get 1 star veil up. And Xenocat has a life staff on that Porum.
Getting that victory cheer.
Laughing, what you doing to me? Laughing, it's the way it should be. Took away everything I had, put the veil on me. And Golbez is left asking why.
Not Z?
not Z.
Ooh,
And
the
there's
darkness.
the darkness crystal. Xenocat scrapes her way through Golbez, a very well done fight, and is handsomely rewarded. And what a decision for Xenocat now. The entire universe open to her. What would be your reaction here, Esco?
Honestly, I would go launch the whale, go straight to see what character is on the moon. If it's a Cecil, we get to go burr through things.
Yeah, don't forget Xenocat does have that X-Cal. Side Marshal does not have to ditch that Tella for that Rosa. And, Scythe feels like he has the superior white mage, I guess. That would be blasphemy, but I'm sure that's how he feels.
I'm always of the mind that Porum is the better mage. Oh, and we get a second X-Cal.
So Scythe will have an X-Cal shortly. But Xenocat now has her objective number 6 done. And a lot has happened. And don't forget, there's a check waiting out there. Demus contains a key item.
Oh, yeah. I would go there first.
Well, that's easy to say.
I always forget the Demus check personally.
I mean, I'm sure you've never forgotten Demus for 40 minutes on stream. I'm sure that's never happened to anybody.
Nah,
certainly has.
No one would ever do that.
Certainly, I've never done it, ever. More than once. I've never done it more than once.
It does look like Scythe Marshal is about to take on the Baron Basement as well.
And yeah, this is where it's easy for us up here in the booth, up here in our ivory tower, to remind runners what they should be checking. But with so much going on, it's real easy to misplace one thing or another. These are both really fantastic runners, and it can happen to anybody.
I mean, I had already forgotten about the Demus check.
Especially since Golbez in the basement is just such an involved fight, and at least for me, a lot of emotions go through. Where first, you're just laughing along with Golbez, and then you're like, well, I can actually hang around to defeat Golbez, and then it's a drawn-out fight, and then Demus has receded into the mist of the haze.
Quack Kid on the moon. Oh no! Xenocat ditched Eddie.
Well, if Xenocat does decide to save Fabul, he can always pick up Eddie from Nasidia. I'm not going to try it.
Does look like Xenocat's going back to Earth?
Yeah, that was a Quack Kid up on the moon. And Xenocat sees a very viable slingshotting strategy.
They do have a siren, so if we can get underground, that is very useful as well.
Don't think they're going to wait that long. I think they're pointing out in chat, Dave, our tracker, calling that Xenocat going to pick up that Tella from the Tower of Wishes and go do the D-Machine grind, and that's exactly what she's doing.
No, Radia!
And Scythe Marshal also getting through that Golbez.
Gonna pick up their Darkness Crystal, and honestly, I think Scythe will go to the moon as well. Now, the big pickup here would be checking D-Mist and then getting the package from D-Mist.
Yeah. And the package is a requirement for that. Oh, and a Zeus gauntlet.
Nice. Eddie can have some more fun. Oh, wait, no. Can Eddie equip it?
Not the Zeus gauntlet. But that's more grist for the Cecil mill if he ever shows up.
Oh, yeah. Or, you know, the edge in the party.
In the party, you know. But Golbez is not to question why. Golbez is just you and I. And Golbez has been soloed by both of our runners here very nicely. Xenocat going to set up that grind. And doing that setup outside of Mysidia, which is a nice change of pace from outside of Baron. You get to see Needlers and Sword Rats. Engineer our tracker looking up precisely which seed Xenocat is on. I'm guessing Xenocat has the table up and is ready to fight the good fight. Side putting a save outside of Mist, but did not go to see Iridia's mom yet.
Wondering if Scythe thought they had the magma key there.
Oh, definitely worth checking out. Must be looking for something in shops. And there were vampires and Thor rages in Eggert, but not what he's looking for. Vampires have their uses. Thor rages can be useful, except we've already got enough firepower, and Kainatsu's already been dealt with. That pointing out that Side Marshal probably looking for Ethers. Again, Ethers needed for this grind because this talent only has 90 max MP, so he just needs to be topped up all of the time. So Ethers are essential, and he's going to get them. They are in the Mysidia item shop. You can't fight the Ethers!
This is where you sell the shop for those Ethers.
Precisely. You don't need a Black Blade or a Charm Harp or any of that stuff. Either twos are where it's at.
I would even sell that Excal if needed.
Assert your dominance over the seed. Well,
Chat asking, are Ethers just Mysidian energy drinks? Yes.
Yes. Precisely. And Side Marshal not going to manipulate on the blue planet, going to instead go up into the giant and find where the fight is and run away if necessary.
Now, do you peek the first boss here?
Ooh, so Baigen and the officer both still out there somewhere. I would, especially if it's that officer. There were hourglasses around in this seed, although they weren't in the Evelyn shop. I believe there were a couple lying around in the Watery Pass. So, there are other free bosses out there as well. Dark Imps, the Baron Guards, King Queen Evelyn. So yeah, I think that's a check that's well worth making.
Now, Scythe does have Rydia. The question is he gonna keep Rydia alive or just use her fully for anchor?
Eddie has the spoon and the glass hat. Is he a character or is he a dining room table? Scythe is setting up, and yeah, your comment about Rydia, very interesting. Xenocat picked up that Leviathan very early. Scythe did not, so definitely was not relying on Rydia to get early game damage.
Scythe also does not have the Palom, so Rydia would require a lot more dragons.
But Rydia at level 1 would make a very nice sling shot ability. Not going to get to the levels that Palom would quite as quickly, but the dragons are out there. They're numerous and belligerent.
Did Scythe forget to set up the...
So Scythe didn't do an encounter manipulation, but he is going to the places where it's possible to get the D machine just by walking around, and he might have to run away from a couple, but he'll know when he finds it.
Xenocat is done with her grind.
And I didn't even get a chance to come up with the D Machine song. That's unfortunate.
Rage Against the D Machine?
More MP is all you need when you fight the D Machine now. Did get a Zeus Rage for all their troubles. And based on how they're equipping, it looks like Xenocat is going to check out for herself, at least the first boss. That's a Karate Man. And that's a reset. Karate is free with a Cecil, but otherwise will be fast and hit hard here. So we'll definitely need some setting up in order to defeat, and Xenocat looks like not going to bother.
Yeah, 65,000 HP of Yang does not sound fun to me.
Yeah. Now I wonder, the Karate Man has a sword that once he joins your party, he cannot equip. I wonder if he still would be able to wield that if the bigger magnet were on.
Now, I do notice Scythe is keeping Rydia down, it looks like. So it does look like Scythe is going to go more for Berserk strats.
And keeping Rydia down, she can't do much against any one of these D machines, so keeping her down would... it could mean that Scythe wants her as an anchor. It could also be that he's just saving some turns, and he could easily give her a life potion right at the end when he's ready to go. We'll see.
And neither competitor has checked Mist yet.
Well, you know, you should call your mother. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, Xenocat kind of sent Rydia back to her mother. Return to sender stamp.
Going back to the Tower of Wishes and taking... saying, I no longer need your services, Mr. Sage. I'm taking the little girl.
And she gets the curse ring. So there was a curse ring somewhere else.
Yes. Yes, Xenocat must have picked one up from somewhere.
Interesting. Taught
Also,
Rydia Ashura.
Yeah, I guess Xenocat wants to have 2.5 white mages on staff.
I just thought Xenocat wanted to assure the victory.
My co-commentator Ascorian is going to be here all night. Please tip your servers.
Tip your restreamer.
Do want to thank our restreamer Scala Kitty for putting up with all these shenanigans, and our tracker Enjadave for really keeping us on track. Enjadave, meanwhile, bringing the knowledge. Xenocat got those curse rings from the Kaipo armor shop. And Xenocat gonna head up to this is shaping up to be an underground is haunted seed. Xenocat heading to the moon to Cave Value. Ooh, who would be a fun boss to see here? So
I'd want Baigen.
Baigen would be incredible. That's an evil wall.
Yeah, that's just about as good.
Xenocat gonna put the battle speed down and hope the walls come tumbling down. Xenocat will hope her name is John Cougar Mellencamp.
Poor Rydia.
Oh man. The blinks did not come up in enough time to save Rydia. I think Rydia was low on Xenocat's priority list anyway.
Not enough to save Palom there either. Now, Scythe should be wrapping up his D machine soon.
Yeah, I haven't been counting because counting.
In fact, it looks like it's wrapping up right now.
There you go.
Did get the blink on everyone on Xenocat's side.
And would you look at that? Going to erase that Rydia. Rydia is useful. A solid 500,000 plus EXP. 49 levels on Rydia. Rydia is now level 50 even.
Now, that's not enough to get Nuke, I don't think.
I believe you're right.
Nope,
Oh,
I
there
was
it is.
wrong.
That is Nuke on Rydia. Let Rydia nuke things.
I always just like letting Rydia have a Dragon Whip and a Zeus Gauntlet and have at it, Rydia.
And Scythe discards the Zeus Rage. You know, the D machines sacrifice themselves so you could get a Zeus Rage and you just leave it behind.
How shocking.
Xenocat, meanwhile, making headway against this wall. The wall hits hard, but when all of your characters have Blink on them, it doesn't matter how hard you hit.
No matter how hard or how quick you hit, though. Oh no! Oh, Rosa surviving.
Yeah, the Blink wore off, but she was able to weather that attack from Evil Wall and get another Blink off with 500 HP to spare.
The Scythe finding out Punch Mage is here at the... Actually, would it be Sword Mage?
and Pick Mage. And
but it does look like Scythe is taking on Karate.
Yeah, going to tangle with this, at least give it a shot. And Xenocat gets an adamant from Cave Value. Cave Value has it again. That is half of Forage.
No, with 7,000 nukes, I do think Scythe is going to be powering through this fight quite fast.
Yeah, nuke on Rydia, white on Rosa, both Edge and Edward swinging. It's going to leave this Karate guy saying ouch. Not literally saying ouch, but metaphorically saying ouch.
Oh, good night, Ed. And we're back. Oh, it looks like as we come back, Xenocat's awarded with the Avenger.
And Scythe Marshal getting through the giant finds another Eddie at the end. Duplicates are possible on this stream. Thanks for hanging with us. Apparently that was King Queen Eblin in the CPU spot. So nice further infusion of EXP for Scythe Marshal.
Oh, not going to take the second Eddie.
Oh, there's the spoon duplication glitch is not on, unfortunately. How amazing would it be if it were, though?
I mean, 99 spoon darts sound like fun. Maybe not so fun for Z, though.
And once again, it looks like the underground is going to be haunted. Both runners did see who was at the Rubicon spot, I believe, although I'm not sure that it was Mom Bomb at the Rubicon spot. You know, there could be an officer or there could be a Beigen in that King Queen spot.
It was Mom Bomb.
And do want to thank our emergency restreamer, Neobari. Everybody give a hand for the computer genius man.
Yeah. No, I don't think we missed anything else, though, luckily.
Yeah, I don't suppose either runner has checked the key item that D missed.
Ooh, Mega Sisters at White Spear Altar, I believe.
That's right. Mega Sisters here, not as much HP as some other places on the moon, especially like the place right next door. But they're always fun to deal with on the moon. But Xenocat has the levels to handle them.
Can't remember if this is one of the spots where there's like no magic power here.
So that's the Crystal Sword Altar, I believe you're thinking of there. Magic spells, although they're capped at level 2, still will pack a punch here.
We got Scythe Marshal going through Evil Wall now. Doesn't have Blink up though, so I'd be a little worried.
Yeah, gonna try and do it with Power Overwhelming. With Nuke, with White. And Now it's time to get those Blakes on.
That Edge on Xenocat's side has a mute knife and is berserked up. These Mega Sisters are not going to have fun.
No, Xenocat's Edge is loaded for bear. And that Quake absolutely decimating the sisters. Now, Cindy in the center, of course, has a lot more HP than her sisters do.
Down goes Rydia. Oh, this is not looking good for Scythe.
So, Scythe has an Eddie, and a Berserk Eddie, and a Dream.
Whoa, Eddie's only taken 700 damage. Oh!
What a fight! He did it!
That was 200 more HP than he needed.
And the walls come crumbling down, and the walls come tumbling, the walls.
Hey, look, we can get underground.
Well, that's good, actually, because neither runner has actually gone underground.
But by taking the Magma Key, you do risk passing up one of your bosses.
Well, it might not matter if the package and Legend Sword come in. Remember, you only have to do 4 of the 6 objectives. So that means now that Wyvern has been defeated, both of the boss hunts are optional, technically.
Hey, Paladin, this isn't your spot.
Yeah, Paladin is hot desking it. Just
The
going to
Lunar's
another room on
fallen
the moon.
sick. They seem to have had some virus.
Yes, I think they did. I hope they left their out of office on. And of course, the blinks going up in short order.
Gotta love do 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 do.
Yeah, the Pale Dim is wants to get in on the music appreciation, is playing the slow jams.
I don't think it likes the dance that Palam's trying to have, though.
So Scythe, speaking of Palom, rejected that Palom.
After the grind, I definitely feel like Scythe isn't going to take even Cecil.
Yeah, Scythe's definitely telling Palom it's not you, it's me. Just in a different place in my life right now. And is also going to go top down. I want to remind you that, though, we have more runners. We have 4 runners in total. Scythe and Xenocat, of course, on Restream, and there are others behind the scenes. No finishers yet. This is a very fun seed. I wouldn't say there have been any major obstacles, but there have been a lot of places for clever gameplay that both of our runners have shown. So definitely give them a follow, and we should be setting up for quite an exciting finish.
Xenocat trying to get the self with Rydia, but Edge saying no, you don't get to have a turn.
And there's
a package and a pass. Ooh, very
nice. Yeah, that Ribbon Room having the good. Xenocat now just a Legend Sword away from Go Mode.
Xenocat could do the package here and possibly check D-Mist as well.
Xenocat, I would imagine, with only 2 checks left on the moon, would rather take care of them first. Especially if Xenocat can get the Legend Sword here can go straight down to Mist, burn the package, not even have to sit through the typo cutscene. And Dark Imps at the Masamune altar, not an issue. Xenocat has been saving these hourglasses for just such an occasion.
Grimoire from Porum. Porum becoming the new summoner in this party.
Oh, and what a roll!
Bahama. Couldn't really ask for much better.
When you're good, you're good. That's a that's a blarg.
Oh, we're getting swag rocks.
And
oh, Kaka strats.
Although, Edge might take care of them all first. We got it! We said early on in this seed that Cockatrice strats would be the key to winning this game. And Xenocat has proven us right.
But did not get the swag rocks.
Ascorian, you can take a bow. Third X-Cal of the seed.
I believe you mean third dart. Gonna go check that Crystal Sword altar, which probably best play here.
Yeah, Side Marshal following in Xenocat's footsteps. And Scythe has lost a little bit of time from that giant grind, as it turns out that the spoon has been helpful, but not sufficient in making up the checks that Xenocat's done.
Teldin wanted Rydia there to take a nap, so Scythe is gonna go ahead and reset and get that party going again.
Going to check that ribbon room first. We'll see the pale dim. Something's just a little bit off about that pale dim.
Tell us, surviving a hit.
And this dim, which was just ghostly,
Ooh,
turns up whiter, the shade of pale. And the dolls at the Crystal Sword altar, not going to be an issue at all.
Now, I believe only half of them are susceptible to status effects.
That is correct.
Which means, if you wanted to, you could use Cockatrice here as well.
Cockatrice might target the wrong one, and a Quake is much more efficient. I'm sorry, Esco, there's only so far memes can go.
Hey, Palom is happy right now, though.
Yes, the Stardust Rod, and Xenocat has cleared the moon.
Oh, never mind. Rydia's happy.
It turns out that the underground will not be entirely haunted. So Xenocat, armed with the Magma Key, Esco, if you were Xenocat here, what would be your first order of business?
I would turn in the package.
Yeah, do your objectives. You know you're not going to want the character, but there's not much left for you in typo, so it's not like...
It could be a foo behind that package, and I would ditch either Rosa or Porum for foo.
That would be an entire cutscene to sit through, although there are two bosses outstanding.
It's a Yang, so definitely.
Yep, not worth sitting through. Dark Elf taking his revenge on Mist. Dark Elf's biggest magnet was destroyed, and it's going to burn down Mist in retaliation. This is terrible. This is atrocious.
That is objective 3 for Xenocat. One more and... But, Yang is gonna summon his even buffer Yang.
Yeah. It's Titan and Mini-Me.
Didn't you know Yang is just Titan's son?
It should be fairly obvious, I guess. So, Xenocat doing some landscaping. I should say Titan is doing the landscaping.
It didn't like, you know, having a nice open world.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that was a load-bearing mountain range.
Xeno does not seem to remember about the mist.
He is going to check this boss, however. Knows that... I mean, if it's vanilla...
Or Baigen.
Or Baigen, Xenocat's in go mode.
What do we get?
Side Marshal is.
That is not something you sit through.
Oh, what a shame.
They, you know, they just felt that the package check was too fast.
I wonder who would...
Oh, Xeno checking the Rydia's mom.
And it
rewarded with an apple. Just wanted to remind Rydia, an apple away keeps the Dr. Luge away.
Rydia's mom just wanted to make sure we had our school lunches packed and had a piece of fruit in there. Thanks, Mom.
All that build up.
Well, Xenocat will take the short way underground via the long way on the moon.
I feel like I go check straight into the Fame Arch, check the freebie, see what 2 bosses are down there.
I think that's a very sensible play. Unfortunately for the memes, it does not appear the Keyless Tower is on the table.
Hey, but Rydia deciding, you know, Cockatrice is too old-fashioned and just stones all 3.
Xenocat thought about doing Dwarf Castle first, 2 boss checks, a key item, but instead is going to take the Esco route.
And after 124, we are finally underground.
Yeah, usually when it takes our runners an hour and 24 minutes to get underground, it must be a beast of a seed. Not so much today. Still looting at $1.25 in.
Power up Edge a little bit with the gear here.
That's a tower
it's our tower key. Definitely not doing keyless tower today.
Well, it's the best kind of keyless tower. It's the keyless tower with the tower key.
Ooh, missed the step off glitch.
Xenocat going to make the save, and the summon bosses, even if they aren't a guard of some variety and or Baigen, could still have a key item that would be useful. A pan, an earth crystal. And there's Baigen.
We have go mode. Ooh, but Baigen is in the worst of the 2.
Baigen does have more HP here, but I actually would prefer to see Baigen in the king spot than the queen spot. The queen spot just a little bit faster.
but he does punch hard here. So
he sure does. He would punch hard in either spot. But you know, I think Baigen and Dr. Luge would make quite a cute couple. So I'm glad to see them together in the seed. Side Marshal is done with his moon voyaging.
Xenocat getting those blinks up on that team. Saying, please, no more punching.
Please, puncher, stop punching.
Good night, Rydia.
Both runners dropping the Magna Key into the aggregate well. Their Magna Keys were right above the adamant, so I thought each were trying to drop a giant rock into the well, which is a fun thing to do, but you need that adamant for other things.
You can get Baigen. Ooh, did Xenocat cast that Quake a little too fast?
We'll see if this Quake does get the arms. It does. Don't worry, Xenocat's arm grind strategy is fully on lock.
Luckily, you take out both arms on Baigen. It pretty much... Oh! Did get a blink on Baigen.
So we'll have to take a couple extra swings.
But with the arms gone on Baigen, all he can do is recover. So, this is pretty much sealed for them.
And Side Marshal heading into Dwarf Castle. Ooh, that Ashura did not work out the way Xenocat wanted.
That was red robes. That could be elements.
It's elements. We get 4 of the Dancing Fiends. And if this turns out to be a Legend Sword for Side Marshal, and if Xenocat has some more trouble with Baigen, all of a sudden we are in a dead heat.
Could also be the officers, so might actually be faster.
Xenocat getting unlucky twice in a row on that Ashura. 33% of the time it fails every time. But Xenocat is through and has their crystal.
That is Rubicante.
And Side Marshal, not interested in sitting through for the key item, is only going boss hunting at this point.
Meanwhile, Xenocat getting their crystal. And a Protect Ring to help with that final battle.
And Xenocat, of course, has the pass, has the levels, will be on a collision course with Z.
Scythe Marshal right behind Xenocat, though.
Yeah, gonna pick up that tower key for all the good that will do. And is gonna go straight, not even gonna save. Immensely confident, knows it's a matter of seconds and is going to tangle with this Baigen. But Xenocat is on a beeline toward the final boss.
Now, I do think this fight is going to be slightly harder for Scythe Marshal, not having really AoE with his party.
Yeah, that Rydia does have Quake, which is nice. But that's the only source of AoE. And only has 2 Blink casters. And we're starting to see a a couple of Z flags, but Xenocat is going to shore up her levels before then. So has a siren and is going to make use of it.
Not quite nap time.
No. And Side Marshal is going to throw the kitchen sink at Vigan.
Oh, goodbye, Edward.
And really heads up play to wait just an extra half second. When those arms recover, it's possible to set a quake against Vigan that doesn't target the arms by waiting to make sure that the cursor lights up on all of them. Side Marshal makes sure that the arms are targeted by that quake. Heads up play, and now Xenocat, after taking care of that one last egg, going to go to the big boss at the end.
Doing one quick check at the shop, possibly for ethers.
Yep, but doesn't need any more Star Veils. Definitely doesn't need that self-summon. Esco, what are these flags doing?
Well, how many sprites are we up to? Now, Zero Miss is just too powerful to randomize in the seed, so instead of randomizing into a different spot, we randomize what he looks like.
Yep. We like to dress Zero Miss up in all the pretty costumes, so Esco, please do the honors. Ask the question.
It's time to ask, whose butt are we going to be kicking tonight?
Xenocat heading into Zeromus at $1.33. Will the butt have a hat? Is the hat butt cute? Those are the other questions.
Are there many butts?
Whose butt are we gonna kick tonight? Side Marshal gets his crystal.
Does get to skip that Kaipo in cutscene.
Yeah, Xenocat could have as well, but did want to check out that boss, which turned out to be the Alt Gauntlet.
Fastest way to say no.
Goodness.
What kind of butt is this?
Safely. Volcanimus.
Now, Scala, I gotta ask, what is this from? Does look like Xenocat is gonna go ahead and dart kitchen sink.
Yep. Reflect strats plus darting with edge. Do want to remind everybody, we have a fun surprise coming up after the race, so stick around for that. Xenocat is in the driver's seat here, but stick around after both racers are finished for fun stuff.
You obviously don't want to miss out on the fun surprises. Oh, we are getting notice that the fun surprise is going to be postponed.
So that's the surprise, is that there's no surprise. That's fine. But we do want you to stick around after the fights are over, too, because hopefully we'll get to talk to these runners, find out all about how they approach the seed. It will be really fun to hear their perspective. This is a really fun one.
I would not be angry if I were either of these racers. I believe both of them ran incredibly well.
Very much so. And this was quite an enjoyable seed to run, especially with the wacky challenge on with that bigger magnet kind giving our runners an extra something to think about. But Xenocat pumping massive amounts of damage onto this Volcanimus.
This sprite is amazing, Scala.
It really is. And we're getting word from chat that it's from Breath of Fire 3.
Apparently a meme from Dusty Griff's chat.
We do love our memes.
Just remember, don't let your memes be dreams.
Yeah, memes should be on stream. And memes should be redeemed, and that is it. Xenocat has done it, wins the Music Appreciation Club race for tonight with a time of 1:36.54. GG's.
GG's, Xenocat. Scythe Marshall quickly right behind, though.
Yeah, Scythe Marshall getting into that Z fight will soon see the back that is facing him.
But
and we'll get Xenocat for an interview here shortly.
Again, I do want to say great job to both Xenocat and Scythe. This was amazingly run.
It sure was, and especially with where our runners started with an Eddie Rydia start and no possibility of being able to use metallic weapons to see the problem solving on display. Really great to see. A really well run race. And Xenocat coming in first tonight. The queen of the music does it again. I think Volcanimus also looks a little bit like a distended heart, like with an aorta coming up out of the... I don't know. I'm just trying to make sense out of the senseless.
It does look like Scythe is going full reflect strats.
Yeah, no longer any need to mess around. Reflect strats allow you to skip Zeromus's HP refill. So a well-executed reflect strat is scientifically the quickest way to defeat Zeromus. Science. He blinded me! It's science! Science!
Oh, look at it. Even keeping Eddie alive to be useful.
Well, that would have been a fun chain to follow. The tower key actually contained the pan from Xenocat's stream, and we are joined by tonight's first place finisher, Xenocat. GG's.
GG's, Xenocat.
Can you hear me? Or am
Yes.
I? Okay. I wasn't seeing myself light up.
You're lighting up now, and you are loud and clear. What a well done race. What did you think starting out with 90 HP and no metallic weapons?
It was a little nervous, but I was a little nervous about it. But I was like, you know what? We'll just like loot a little bit. The Leviathan Orb made me feel a lot safer, and I was like, you know, let's see if I can get through Hobbs. Sure enough, I could get through Hobbs.
I gotta ask, what did you think about that sprite?
Oh, the sprite? It barely even registered with me at that point. At that point, I was busy panicking about, oh my gosh, I flew to Zeromus without white the first time. I need to go... I lost so much time to that. What if my opponent found all the other things down on the blue planet?
Ah, you were going for white.
Yeah, Porum didn't have white, so that's why I had to go back and crack an egg real quick.
This was almost an underground was haunted seed.
Just needed to go down there for Baigan. I don't know if we saw Kaipo guards anywhere.
No, no one came across the Kaipo guards.
Ah. So they must have been real hidden.
So, with the party that you had early game, it pretty much seemed like D Machine was always on the table. Was that kind of your approach?
I didn't want to D-Machine. But when the Seed gives me all of the mages, Atella, a Porum, a Iridia, a Palom, and a Rosa, and I pull the Darkness Crystal out of a cheeky early Baron basement, I'm gonna go D-Machine and blow up the moon.
And it worked out for you.
We are joined by tonight's second place finisher and the maester of the Music Appreciation Club, Scythe Marshall, who finished in second place with a time of 1:40.11. Scythe, GG's to you as well.
Thank you. I think we did the same thing, Xenocat.
Ah, yes, but we both did Baron basement early and then D-Machine and then destroyed the moon?
Yep. And so we both found the magma key and never took that hook route.
Would we do the hook route? I mean, I saw Mom Bomb and I was like, no, ew.
I don't want to do that.
No, that's gross.
Now, Scythe did get an early spoon, which almost caused Scythe to catch up to you.
Oh, where was that?
Fabul defense?
Oh, that's a thing I forgot to do.
Did you just... That's funny.
I didn't defend Fabul.
Yeah, I had assumed you just faded it to do the one trip.
I mean, by the time I really should have done it. I kind of forgot. I was fading it, and then I forgot about it, and then I did the moon, and then I was like, oh well. I mean, I didn't need the spoon. I had 3 X-Cals.
What'd you think about the reward from Iridia's mom?
That was very nice. I was kind of hoping it wasn't anything big because I'd faded it for like half an hour.
Yeah, actually, Scythe Marshall did the same exact.
Hold
on. Where was D-Mist?
D-Mist was on the Baron throne.
Oh. Yeah. What was Iridia's mom?
I
don't know.
His mom until after the moon, so it's fine.
Iridia's mom had an apple.
Yeah, it was an apple. It wasn't anything big.
Oh, good. Then I made the correct play.
Yeah.
Yeah, Demas was in the exact right spot to be forgotten about because you got
Baron main throne, and then it's like we're going to the basement because it's a cheeky peek, and then it's it's the Darkness Crystal. Now it's time to D-Money and blow up the seed.
Not to mention Golbez being down on that Baron basement instantly makes you go, wait, what was on the throne?
Yeah.
That's pretty funny. I have Demas marked in my trackers, so I beat the boss at some point, so, you know.
Oh my gosh.
That's pretty funny. So hold on, what was your party?
I went, in the end, I swapped out my Tella at the end of the D-Money for Iridia, just because I wanted to use Asura.
Fair.
Because I found an Asura summon, and I was like, even with a Cursed Ring, Iridia's Asura is still a full heal.
Yep.
So I was running Edge, Rosa, Iridia, Palom, and Porum.
Ah, you used the twins. I did not go to the moon before D-machining, but I had this spoon, so I was like, well, Edge, Edward, Rosa, Iridia, Tella, that's fine.
I was hoping for a Cecil on the moon, because, X-Cal sitting in my inventory.
Oh, fair.
And then it was like, well, it's Palom. I have no levels on Palom, I have no levels on Rosa. Time to D-machine.
Yeah.
Let's screenshot this Palom and Rosa.
Don't you mean the 3 X-Kills in your inventory?
I didn't have 3 at that point. I only had 2. I only had the one from the Mad Ogres in Eblin and the Pinktail one. I got the 3rd one from the Masa altar.
Ah, right. The whole going to Castle Eblin for trap chest loot thing that I did not do.
I did waste a little bit of time doing that. It was just an X-Cal, but I got some Bacchus off of the chest, so I wasn't upset about that.
Oh, that's fair.
I should have
Castle had a Mura.
There was a Murasame in there too.
Oh, that's nice. My Edge had the ninja sword and like a mute dagger.
Yeah, I had Ninja Mura for most of the seed. Basically the entire moon.
Now, Scythe, I'll ask you the question that I asked Zeno before you got on. What was your thinking with the magnet encompassing the whole world, no metallic weapons, and 90 HP to start?
Well, I was kind of sketched. It was not going to go well. But I have an archer bow, and I don't know, somewhere we got a glass hat. So I said, it's fine. Edward's fine. He can take the first few bosses on his own, and then it was Wyvern at Antlion Cave, which was a little bit more dangerous.
Wyvern was fine. I had Leviathan.
Where was Leviathan?
In the front of Watery Pass.
In the front of Watery Pass. I see.
I used the D-Lunars on Hobbs I Cure 2'd those to death and got enough MP for Leviathan, and then just used Leviathan.
Oh, I see. So the funny part is that my early game was very slow because I did not take a third character until I got Tella.
I had Porum, and Porum was nice, and then I used Porum and Edward and Rydia to chew through Baron in very early. And
yeah, that's fair. Huh.
And then went straight down the hook route to check the character, and it was Edge. And I was like, oh, well, I can do Cave Magnus now. Let's go.
Yep, that's what I said.
Xenocat was able to easily go through the D-Lunars because they found the shop selling Cure 2s.
No, they were just in the starter kit.
Yeah, we had starter kit, better kits.
I just used my Cure 2s from the starter kit. I never shop for Cure 2s.
I buy 10 of them when they show up, but I don't actively shop for them unless something's really going wrong.
I'll buy them if I don't have them.
Fair.
If there's a starter kit, I'm not buying more.
Yeah, I bought many life potions this seed, though.
Oh, yes. I bought so many life potions. I think I had like 60 or so.
Yeah, so the Ashura fight, I had base level Rydia and like level 13 Edward.
Oh, my.
And basically, like, I outsped Ashura.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Edward is fast enough there, yeah.
Yeah. So Edward just outsped Ashura, like, not even, like, Edward anchor Rydia with Flame Whip, so she was, like, barely fast enough to...
Like, sort of fast, able to, like, sort of keep up-ish.
Yeah, so Life Potion is necessary, and Edward just pew-pewed, except he mostly just pewed because...
Yeah, see, I didn't check the Baron shop before doing Asura, so I had, like, a limited number of Life Potions, but fortunately, I had Porum with Life 1.
Hey!
And she was fast enough.
She was doing work.
Yes.
Yeah. That was not my better. I had half a mind to, like, try and do...
Big regret. I forgot about Leviathan during the Asura fight. I just forgot I had the Leviathan summon, so I did all of the damage with Edward. I did all of it with Tekken, like, I think Archer Bermuda as Edward.
So really what you're saying is that your time should be like 3 minutes faster.
Maybe not 3, but like a solid 2 at least, yeah.
2 at least, yeah. That's funny.
Not counting the time I wasted in Eblin Castle fighting Mad Ogres and stealing Bacchus wines, I could have just bought from the shop right next door.
That was right there, yeah.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
No, so I guess just to finish my answer to Sheep's question, like, what am I thinking? I don't know, but when I got the Twin Harp from Wyvern at Antlion Cave, like I had to veil and like do count strats for this. I was like, oh no, this throws my entire like vision for the seed out the window, where we don't have early Twin Harp and we have to play around things. And then we got early Twin Harp and then we D-Machined anyway.
To be fair, early Twin Harp was only like part of the puzzle, because I'm not going down to Cave Magnus with Edward, Rydia, Porum, and Tella.
I thought really hard about that.
I was like
3 character.
The hook character first. I'm gonna get a Zerker on my team unless I get like 5 mages, and then I will give up.
Yeah.
But Edge saved the day.
It could have been Valvalis.
Yeah. Val was hanging out in the waterfall.
Yeah, that's true. So I saw it. I saw Val early.
Saw her early. She was gone. That was really nice.
That was nice.
Now, I wanted to ask you both about the harp song. Scythe, did you specifically pick that song for this seed, or was that just a happy accident?
Well, I don't know. Go read the race channel where I did not use a set seed. That would be cheating anyway. Thieves Bazaar from Lunar Silver Star Story. This seems like a board face not original, but like
no, it's one I added, but I didn't actually do work on it because all the Lunar songs came in MIDI format because that's how they are stored in the Japanese CD version.
Oh, so it's like
the Japanese PC version is all MIDI files. So I just like ripped those.
Oh, so it's like almost zero effort.
It's literally zero effort for that one. Basically, it's
nice. Okay.
I literally just ripped the file right from the game and stuck it in the harp tool.
Okay, that's cool.
Well,
So
Edward sounded like his fingers were ripping. That was a Shredword classic.
Oh yeah, I'm listening to the song right now. Edward's kind of busy.
Well, that was such a fun scene to watch. Eskio, you got any other questions for our racers?
Not that I can think of.
We could talk with you both all night about this seed, but we'll let you go enjoy your night. GG's again to our first place finisher Xenocat and our second place finisher Side Marshall. Thanks so much.
Perfect, thank you, and shout outs to the Restream crew. I think we had Ench Dave on tracking, Esco and Sheep on comms, and the revolving door of restreamers? At least Neobari, anyway.
Yes, we did have some technical issues, so both Scala and Neobari.
Thank you for all of your work and great job putting the pieces together.
Yeah.
Thank you for volunteering to be Restream.
No, of course. This was fun.
I hope people enjoyed our naming schemes. I don't know what Xenocats was, but
it was a bunch of like C and D list characters from Xenogears.
What was your scheme?
Oh, it was rock/metal musicians.
Yes, because Dark Elf hates metal.
See, you have like an actual theme. Mine was just like, hey, here's a bunch of random names that are like maybe spoken once in the entirety of the game of Xenogears, which is a very long game with a lot of text.
Hey, it's better than what I normally have, which is obscure book characters. So, anyways,
all right, you both. Rock on.
Yeah, rock on. Take care, folks. See you next time.
See ya.
See ya.
I do want to thank our restreamers, Scala Kitty and Neobari, for the teamwork and to bring you this stream. Thanks so much to our tracker, Ench Dave. Thank you, Escorian, for the commentary. It was a lot of fun being with you.
Yes, thank you as well, Sheep Watcher. That was some fun singing.
And thank you for joining us. We really appreciate having you as a viewer along for the ride. We are going to raid Funnel Cakes, who is running a Pink Pup League async. Do want to remind you, join us on twitch.tv/FreeEnterprise2 The Deuce for Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific for the Friday community race. Hope to see you again then, and until next time, so long.
And please, reminder for you all, do not spoil the race in the chat, or you will get the newspaper. Goodbye, everyone.